Alright, Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, we do this every single Tuesday. Here lately, we've just been doing the one strike. But sometimes we'll do all three classes, all three strikes. Just depends on how busy I am during the week. So this week we're doing Pyramidion with a Hunter. If you're going for 100,000 points, I would suggest, if it'll open up, go to about... I would say go to about, we'll go down a few, get this to about 2.0, and then I would honestly go Extinguish and Match Game. That'll bump you up to about 3, and you don't have to worry about your thing being up too awful bad. And 345, so that should be good. If you're running out of time, because this is a bit longer of a strike, you can always put your power handicap up just a bit higher if you feel the need to. But just keep that in mind. And then we're rocking Solar Burn and Heavyweight as well. So we're also rocking Celestial Nighthawk because we are rocking the way of the Sharpshooter for precision hits with Golden Gun increased damage and extended its duration. So we're going to get a stronger Celestial Nighthawk. Practice makes perfect, also gives you your super a lot faster while you're hitting precision shots. And then so you're just going to be doing a lot of damage with your Golden Gun quickly. We're also rocking the Ostringer. If you don't have that, Bad Juju would be a good option. You know, more supers is never a bad thing. Or, you know, just something like short range, I would suggest. And then we're going Borealis because you can switch the damage type, and that's really good with Match Game especially. If you don't have this one, Hard Light does the exact same thing, and I haven't actually used it, but it's a good substitute for Borealis. If you don't have either of those, don't do Match Game. Do Iron or something like that, or Momentum if you want. And then we are rocking Fixed Odds with Feeding Frenzy, Rampage, and Rampage Spec. It's really good. If you're looking for some very quick damage though, Whisper of the Worm would be good if you're not rocking Borealis. Legendaries, I would go with like something like Wendigo is really good. The Avalanche, if you got that from a year or so ago, the Christmas event. Or, you know, like a solid like solar rocket launcher would be good as well. Like a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher, and you'll do really well. So, that all being said, let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so as soon as you get here, go ahead and take out this guy right here. And there's going to be 4 elite goblins on the ground. Go ahead and take them out. If you stay up here, it's a little bit safer. And then just go ahead and pop that first platform thing, this thing right here. And then what you want to do is just, we're going to jump right back up into the where we were before. That way we're safe from all the enemies that are going to spawn in, because you're going to get 4 more elite goblins and 2 normal red bar health hobgoblins. So go ahead and jump up here. It's a little bit safer. It's a lot easier, to be honest. And then you can literally just snipe them out. And then once those guys are dead, we are going to jump back down, get the second platform. And then once you have that one, we're going to come running up here again, kill the elite goblins that spawn in. I think there's like another 4. And then once you kill, I think 2 of them, you'll get the big spawn in of a bunch of red bar health goblins, as well as 2 mini boss Minotaurs. Go ahead and take them out as you can. And then the gates will open up and you'll be able to go into the next section. Alright, then once you get here, just go ahead and kill these 4 goblins. Pop on down to the next platform. There's going to be a Minotaur. I think he's just regular red bar health. So go ahead and switch your weapon to Void if you're using one of those, either Borealis or Hard Light. If you have Borealis, go ahead and just kill these 2 hobgoblins as well. And then we're just going to pop that Minotaur out, and then once he's dead, we're going to jump down on that platform, kill the 2 goblins, and then we're just going to pop down on the next one, and it's going to be 2 more goblins. We're going to kill them. Or there's 3 actually, just kidding. And then once we pop down to this platform right here, there's going to spawn in 2 or 3 more goblins, as well as a Minotaur. I think it's an elite. It is. Go ahead and take them out, and we'll move on into the next big section. Alright, once you get here, go ahead and switch your weapon to Arc if you're using one of those. And just take out these. I think there's a total of 4 of these elite Harpies. So go ahead and take them out. Also be very careful of these guys. Even though they're red bar health goblins, they'll melt you pretty quick with solar burn on, so just be very, very aware of that. As you can see, if you have to, you can always run back into that corner that we just dropped down into from before. But once these dudes are dead, you may want to switch your gun to Arc or to Void, just because there's going to be 3 Minotaurs. If not, you can always use your power weapon as long as you have ammo for that, which you should, since heavyweight supposedly drops more power bricks. I rarely see that happen though. And then once all these guys are dead, we're just going to move on into the Minotaurs. We're going to kill them, and then we're going to switch our weapon over to Arc, and then we are going to just very easily take out like 10 or so red bar health Harpies, and then we will be on our way into the next room. Alright, and then once you get here, be very careful with this. Usually I just wait for it to despawn and then respawn, just because sometimes it glitches out. So if you want to do that, go for it. Otherwise, go ahead and just drop down. And we're going to take care of all of these goblins. And then there's an elite Minotaur around the corner. We're going to take care of him. And then we're just going to slowly make our way around this area, taking out all of these taken scions. And then over to the left, there is going to be an elite taken captain. So you're going to want a solar weapon of some kind, either your heavy, Borealis, hard light, whatever you're rocking. Take his shield out and then just finish him off however you want. And then we're actually going to knock out that platform, and then we're going to come running back to where we are standing right now, and then that way we can take out the two elite, I think they're Centurions. I always forget what they're called, but we'll see them in just a sec. And then we're going to take out anything else that remains, and then we're going to pop the top platform, and we're just going to do the exact same thing again. And then after that, we'll just get the bottom one, and then some Vex will spawn in, and you just run right past those, unless, of course, you're going for 100,000 points, in which case you might as well stick around and kill them. And then we'll be in the final section before the boss fight. Alright, once you get here, I like to just stop in this little corner. Sometimes I go in the corner, sometimes I stick out of it. It just depends. And then we're going to take out this knight. There should also be a taken wizard to the right. You can see the shield right there. She actually gets taken out really quickly by the goblins. So, if you want those points, go ahead and just shoot her somehow. Just kind of peek around, shoot her. And then what I like to do is just take out the whatever enemies I can see from here. And then that way, we can literally just get this done. And then once you kill everything in this room, just be very careful about the spinning lasers. There will also be a taken phalanx in there that will spawn in, so be very careful of him. He can knock you back. That's what I like to do, is just shoot him before I actually go in, and then that way he's totally taken care of, and he will die. So here we go, kill him, bam bam, done. And then we will be very careful here. And then you're going to want your weapon to be on void if you are using one of those weapons. And then that way you can just do that right there. and that's why I love Borealis. It will the buff you get is actually pretty awesome. Does a lot of damage. I just wish some of these shields were solar, that way you just go to town, but it's whatever. That would be overkill. Just be very careful of those snipers, take them out. And then we're just literally just going to take our time, and we are going to kill everything over here. And then we are going to scan that first network tower. I would honestly just, unless you really need the points, I would just completely ignore that wanted enemy. But like I said, if you need the points, go for it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. And then we're just going to slowly make our way into the middle. And then once you get down to about the second tower that we're going to hack, more enemies will spawn in, so just be very careful. And we're just going to go bam, kill these guys really quick. I think they're that second wave of enemies. I'm not sure. There might be one more spawn in. And then once you get that second tower, you don't have to hack it. You'll spawn in the second wave of enemies. We're just going to have a bunch of Minotaurs, and they do solar damage when they're taken, so be very, very careful of them. Remember to take these guys out as well. Hack the second tower, and then you should be good to go. I like going from the back, middle, through to the right, but sometimes I go to the left. Just depends, whatever you want to do. Take out the Minotaurs first if you can. Otherwise, obviously you have to take out the Goblins with those stupid shields that they do over their allies. Take them out first, and you should be good to go. And then once you hack the third tower, you will get a mini boss to spawn in. It's just going to be a regular old Taken Centurion. So just keep that in mind when he gets around. You can take him out. He will have an arc shield. So if you want to do that with Borealis Hard Light, there you go. And then just hack the fourth tower and you will be good to go. Alright, for the boss fight, just go ahead and spawn in here. Hit the platform. Get the boss to spawn in. I pop my super. If you're rocking Sleeper Stimulant, go ahead and do a couple shots and then your super. Or a shot and then your super. That way you can get him down to about half health. That's kind of where you want him to be. Don't go too much further than that, just in case you pop his head off and then you're really screwed, because he still teleports out of the shields but also is immune to damage, so it really sucks. So just keep that in mind. And then what you want to do here is kind of go off to the side, like you're seeing me do here any second now. I don't know why I'm just standing here. But go ahead and run to the right side and then slide behind that piece of cover. That way you won't get hit by the void flames, if at all possible. And then we're just going to kill all the Vex that spawn in on the side, on the Cross's way, and then we're going to jump over there and do the exact same thing. He should immediately teleport because we did a bunch of damage to him. And then we're just going to focus on all the enemies. There will be one elite goblin and one Minotaur on the first platform, and then there's going to be 2 Minotaurs and a bunch of goblins on the second platform. So just keep that in mind. And then once he teleports into the middle, start doing damage, because you want to kill the boss before all the enemies spawn in. So hopefully this guide helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And until next time, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.